Good. So how are you doing today? Nice to have you online too. How are you doing today? Okay, how was the weather in your area today? Okay, so it was sunny in Yerevan too, and then it was windy, and I thought it was going to rain, but so far so good. Yeah, the weather changes very, very fast. Okay, so before we start the session, I have a small announcement for all of you. This week we're going to have 2 live sessions because if you remember, in April we missed 1 session. So on Thursday, you will have another session, a live session for everyone. On Saturday, you will have your webinars in your groups. And on Monday, the 28th of May, you will have the webinar for the second session. That is to say, for the live session you have on Thursday. Is that clear? Artuhi, what's not clear? Who can write? I'm afraid we can't go hard. Okay, so who can write what we are going to do on Thursday? Who wants to write in that box? Yes, so on Thursday, thank you, Albert, we will have another live session. That is to say, the day after tomorrow. Because in April, we missed 1 live session. Remember, that was the week of the 24th of April. The live session will be at its usual time, at 7 o'clock. Now, is that clear, Vartuhi? And everyone? Okay, good. So on Saturday, you will have your webinar, and then your teachers will tell you about the time to meet on Monday. Yes, that's the 24th of May, Sirpuhi. Good calculations. Okay, so the day after tomorrow there will be another live session at 7 o'clock for everyone. Okay? Good job. Okay, so let's start today's session. Evening, Lily. It's good to see you online. And I want you to read these sentences and think about situations where we can see these sentences. So here are some sentences. What do you think they have in common? Okay, so we can see them at home. Okay. Hotel. Ripsime, can you be more specific, please? Posh hotels, okay. Gorgeous hotels. Yeah, Ripsime, spot on. So all of these sentences are taken from hotel advertisements. So the first one says, live like a king. And that's from one of the European hotels that provides guests with all the facilities. The second is a feedback provided by a guest. It says, I feel comfortable here. So the guest is speaking about his experience at a certain hotel. And then we have great location. That's the place where the hotel is situated. Service and stay. And again, it's taken from a hotel advertisement, as Ripsima mentioned. And then we have this, make yourself at home. What does this mean? Make yourself at home. Yeah, right. Like for instance, if Noura has invited Satanik to her house and Satanik feels a bit uneasy, Noura can tell her, can encourage her to make herself at home. But this is also a slogan of a hotel. What is a slogan? A slogan. This is also a slogan, right? Yeah. So we also have advertising slogans. So this is also a slogan of a hotel. And finally, the last one says, we put a smile back on your face. And that's another advertisement for a hotel. Well, probably hotel owners thought that guests might not be very happy, but when they arrive at the hotel, they like the hotel so much that the smile is back on their face. So all of these are hotel slogans. Do you know any hotel slogans which you would like to share with me? Not necessarily in English, probably in Armenian as well. Okay, so yeah, you can have the best service, right? Now, another question. If you were an owner of a hotel, what would your hotel slogan be? Imagine you have got your own hotel in the center of your area. For instance, Noura has got her hotel in Gyumri. Okay, so you would have the best holidays, have your best holidays with us. Okay. Or we do take care of your care or of your comfort, the best rest with us. All-inclusive rest, okay. That's straightforward, Marty. Manager, we're going through hotel slogans, karkachos. And we're thinking of slogans we would have if we had our own hotels. Customer is always right, Arpine. Why not? Okay, do you have any questions about this? Any questions or any comments? So today we'll be talking about hotels, and we'll be talking about situations that take place in hotels, and we'll be role-playing some of them. So before, I would like to know what types of accommodation you know. What is accommodation? Accommodation. This is an interesting word. It has double C's and it has double M's. Yeah, but that's not a verb. It's a noun, Gohaj. Yeah, that means housing. Types of accommodation. That's a place where you stay. Housing. Can you ask your question correctly, Noura? Yeah, in a kind of place, but that's a place where you live or where you stay. Menaluvaj, yeah, benakveluvaj. What does accommodation mean? Okay. So what types of accommodation do you know? So I have already mentioned hotels. Any other places where people can stay? Motel, guest house, I'm not sure what this means, Gayana. What do you want to say? Hostel, good. Tavern, okay. Camp, Jambar is camp. Hello, Narina, good to see you online. Ijevanatun is an inn. Inn. Pay attention that it has double N. Okay. Right, so let's see what we have here. So we have hotels, we have motels, as Bartuhi mentioned. So motel is an interesting word because it is the combination of two words. We have the word hotel on the one hand, and we have the word motorway. Do you know what motorway is? Motorway. Motorway, very good by Vartuhi. That's the place where it's a kind of road, where cars travel. So motels are basically very cheap hotels which are located on motorway. Hence, we have the combination. Like this. Platonik, is that okay? Yeah. We have a guest house, which is, again, a kind of hotel, a bit cheaper than a posh hotel is. Yeah, in German we got the same word. We have B&B. Any idea what B&B stands for? B&B. Yeah, bed and breakfast. But bed, it's not the antonym to good. It's bed. It's a place where you sleep. Yeah, bed and breakfast. So again, does not necessarily have to be very expensive. Villa. I guess that's straightforward. No need to explain. And we have house swap. What is this house swap? What is to swap? Can you tell me what swap is? Good, Ganesh. So swap means to, can you tell me the English word? To exchange, yeah? So when you swap things, you exchange things. Yes, Sada. So house swap means, implies a situation when, for instance, I have a house in Dilijan and Bartuhi has a house in Gyumri, and I want to have my rest in Gyumri, and Bartuhi wants to have her holiday in Dilijan, so we do this house swap. We exchange our houses. Villa is a very expensive, very large house, which is usually located on the seashore, at the sea. Okay, Nana. And basically the translation is the same. You translate it as villa. So when, for instance, you don't have your own house, but you want to stay in a house, you rent a house. You rent a house. Okay? Yeah, house swap probably is not very much popular here, but it is popular abroad. It's very much popular in Western countries. I don't know whether we have any practice or experience of house swap here. What do you think? Have you ever heard of house swap in Armenia or in your area? Oh, okay, Riximan knows better. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, so it depends probably. You've never heard of that, Gohash. Yeah, probably in the future it will be more popular. Okay, so what's your favorite? Now, if you had an opportunity, which of these types, which of these types of accommodation would you choose and why? You would choose a posh hotel, Bartuhi Lilith would choose a villa, so would Gohash, and so would Narine. Okay, so why? Why would you go for a posh hotel? Why would you go for a guest house? Or for a villa? Yes, but why? Any particular reasons for that? Okay, because you like the beach and the sea. Mhm. Yes, they might be noisy. So you want to see the inside of the hotel, Martini. That's why you go for a posh hotel. Mhm. Yeah, to see the sea, Lilith. To see the sea. Okay. Wow. Okay. So Ripsime, probably at the end of the session, when we have some time, you can come online and you can share your experience with us because we're really curious to learn. What do you think? Would you be willing to do that? I hope you haven't left the session. Okay. So let's see. Yeah, let's wait and see. Now, do you have any questions about the words and about the types of accommodation? Mm-hmm. Okay, so if someone else is paying for your accommodation, certainly you could go for any option. That might be interesting to stay in a tent, though might not be very much comfortable. I love the joke. Thank you for sharing it with us, Garnet. Okay. Right, let's move on. Now we're going to listen to a conversation where a guest arrives at the hotel. As you listen to it, I want you to answer these questions. So when she reserved the room, reserve, what is to reserve? Yes, to book. When she reserved the room, Sarah asked for a dinner reservation. That is to say, she wanted to have dinner in the hotel's restaurant. So try to listen for the name of the hotel's restaurant. What's the name? The second question is, what do guests need to bring with them to the fitness center? Center is the place where you do exercises. Can you tell me another word for fitness center? Thank you, gym. Indeed. Yeah. Yeah, another word in English, Lilith, not in Armenian. And the final question is, how does Sarah pay for her room deposit? Okay, how does she pay? Does she pay in cash? Does she use a credit card? So try to listen for that piece of information. I'm not sure you can say a jogging center, Ghana. Gym is probably a better version for a fitness center. Do you have any questions about the questions? Are you ready to listen? Okay, let me share the link with you. I will give you 3 minutes for this because it's quite lengthy. Happy listening. Okay, so I can see that we already have some people who have completed listening. Lilith, I'm not sure what your sign stands for, but I reckon that you're ready. At least I hope so. Who would like to come online to share the answers with us? Let's see who we have. Naira, would you like to come online? Naira Tian? If you would, please write in the chat box so that we know. Naira Nahapetian, would you like to come online to share the answers with us? Great, so let me unmute you. Naira?
Yes.
Good evening.
Good evening.
How are you today?
Fine, thank you. But it was a bit noisy here, and I couldn't catch the name of the hotel's restaurant.
Okay, I think our students will help you.
Yes.
How about the rest of the questions? Did you manage to get the answers to questions 2 and 3?
Even I couldn't understand what do guests need to bring with them to the fitness center. So sorry.
That's okay. How about the third one?
Maybe with her credit card, if I catch.
So you thought that she was going to pay by a credit card.
Yes.
Okay. Right. Naira, tell us some information about yourself, if you don't mind. Where are you from and what you do?
I'm from Arpachad. I'm a chemistry teacher in Eindhoven Secondary School.
Oh, okay. So do you have to travel to Eindhoven every day?
Yes, every day.
How long does it take you?
In the morning, it takes me only 15 minutes because my husband takes me there. But when I come back, I take a bus, so it takes me nearly 35 minutes or 40 minutes.
To go back?
Yes.
Yeah. So why are you studying English? Why do you need English?
English opens doors for me.
Okay.
I am in Itwilling. It is project-based learning opportunity for teachers. We collaborate with the schools from Europe. It is a big family, and we can learn from each other via cooperation. It helps to improve computer skills.
What?
Sorry.
What was the last word you said? It helps to improve.
The pupils have a chance to improve their English, computer skills, and in my case, also their chemical knowledges.
Great. Right. So thank you for sharing that with us. We hope that next time it will be less noisy in your flat or in your house.
Sorry.
No problem.
Sorry.
How many
children? Three.
Three.
Children.
Okay. So you're a happy mother of 3.
Yes.
Interesting, Dan. If you have any questions, you're welcome to share your questions in the chat box. If not, we'll unmute Naira.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Okay. No questions for Naira. They have understood that you are a very busy woman, so they don't want to bother you with more questions. But we still haven't got the answers to questions number 1 and 2. I wonder if someone would like to come online to tell us what the answers are. Evening, Kanarikjan, would you like to come online to share the answers with us? Okay, Kanarik is silent. Anyone would like to discuss the answers? Rixime Pogosyan, would you like to do that? Okay, so let me unmute you. Good evening.
Good evening.
How are you today?
Fine. How are you?
We're fine too. So can you tell us the answers to questions 1 and 2? And can you tell us whether you agree with Naira's guess that Sarah is going to pay by her credit card?
Yes, I will agree with Naira. She will pay with her credit card. And if I catch it right, the restaurant's name was Skyview.
What do you think it means, Skyview?
I think it's a very high place and there's a good sky view. That's why it's called so.
Indeed, yeah. How about the second question?
She needs to bring with her a room key.
A room key.
Yes.
Right. She needs or she needs?
She needs.
She needs. Okay. Do you agree with Rixime's comments? I'm sorry, yeah. Let me turn the light. I thought it was more romantic, but it gets this. My pleasure, yeah. So do you agree with Rixime? You do, right, room keys, okay. Rixime, tell us a few words about yourself. Where are you from?
I'm from Razdan.
From?
Razdan.
Razdan, okay. And what do you do?
I'm a doctor, and now I'm on my residency at Erbuni Medical Center. I'm studying cardiology.
Wow. How old are you, if it's not a secret?
24.
Okay, great. So you've got your full life ahead.
Yes.
That's great, yeah.
Already 8 years.
Oh my God. Yeah, so you've been in medicine since you were 18?
Yeah, 17.
Since you were 17. Okay.
Yes.
Any questions for Rixime? There might be more students ask me. I'm sure of that. Bartu has a question for you, Rixime.
No, I'm not.
And Vartiter has a compliment for you. She thinks you're great.
Thank you.
And why are you studying English?
Because the most of the literature that we use in medicine is in English. Almost all of the guidelines are in English. And of course, there are a lot of conferences that I want to participate. So they're on English too, in English.
Yeah. What do we do with conferences? We attend conferences. Yeah, we attend conferences. And we present at conferences. For instance, if you have done your own research and you want to share the results with the audience, you present at a conference.
Okay.
Thank you very much, Rixime, for being with us and for sharing your answers. I will unmute you if you don't mind.
Okay.
Okay, so let's move on and let's see how correct your peers were. And Rixime is spot on. The restaurant's name is Skyview, most probably because it is on the top of the hotel and you can have a very nice view of the city. Guests need to bring their room keys with them to the fitness center, probably to prove that they are staying at that hotel and they have the right to use the fitness club. And Sarah pays by her credit card, so good job, Naira, as well. Do you have any questions about the listening activity? Any word you might have misunderstood or not understood? Okay. Good. In that case, let's try to fill in the gaps in these sentences which are taken from the conversation between Sarah and the hotel receptionist. I'll give you 1 minute for this. No, Link, you're trying to remember the dialogue. Can we try checking? It's impossible. Do you want to listen to it once again? Okay, so let me give you the link to the dialogue. So it's basically the same conversation. Try to listen for words. But I think it will be easier for you because you have got the first letters of the words. Here is the link. Okay, can we start discussing the answers then? Good. Let's have Karine Shahbazian. Can you please write the answer to sentence number 1, to question number 1? I'd like to check. What do you think is missing, Karine? In, very good. I'd like to check in, please. And what does that mean, to check in? Right, so to get registered as a guest. Where else can we check in? So we can check in a hotel, and we can check in a, we get enrolled in the course, but we can check in at the airport. Good job, Hasni. Indeed, at the airport. What's the antonym to check in? For example, if you are leaving the hotel, Lilith Arakelian, what do you think you do? You check out. So you check out, you pay all your bills, and then you leave the hotel. Why are you so sad, Narine? You don't like checking out? Okay. So let's move on. Albert, what do you think the answer to number 2 is? No, it's check out. So what is the answer to number 2? Albert Simonian. Thank you. I have a reservation. Good job. Right. I have a reservation. How about number 3, Aspram? What do you think? It's one of our business, Aspram Alexania. This is a challenging word, by the way. That's not so easy to get. It's one of our business. Any guesses? Susanna thinks it's a sits. I wonder, okay, Naira thinks it's suit. And Ripsime, good job, you've got the right word. So it's interesting. We spell it like this, as you have. So yours is the correct spelling, Ripsime. But we pronounce it as sweet. Can you repeat after me? Sweet. And what do you think sweet is? Sirkuhi, do you have any idea what it is? A business suite in a hotel. Not quite, Lilith. It's not something you wear. It's yeah, it's an apartment, Rixima. It's a hotel room, very, very posh, very luxurious for business people, for rich business people. And usually it's not just one room, it's a kind of apartment consisting of 2 or 3 rooms of a kitchen, probably. Right, yeah, for business people. Have you ever stayed in a business suite? Has any of you ever stayed in a business suite? I haven't, for instance. In Armenian, we have this like archaic word. Why I'm saying archaic? Because probably it dates to Soviet times. In Soviet times, you would say lux, but that does not quite express the whole idea of it. Yeah, kind of like VIP suite as well, for very rich people, for people who are in business. Okay? Okay, so maybe in the future, all of us will be staying in suites. That's the pronunciation, Nelly. Good job. Yeah. Ոչ թե տարած, այլ սենյակ կահավորված հատուկ բիզնեսմենների համար. So it's a kind of like lux. Right, very important people. How about the next one? Gohar Safarian, what do you think the answer is to number 4? Could you please feel? Not quite, Noura, and I'm not sure you are, Gohar. Thank you, Gohar. Good job. Could you please fill out this registration? Not part, but registration. Thank you, Naira. Card. Yeah, form is logical to be used here, but actually the hotel receptionist is saying card, registration card. That's a kind of form that requires that you fill your name and your personal details for the use of the hotel. And number 5, Agassi Manukian, what do you think? It's usually not a what? Yes, can be filling as well, Sada. Good job. Narine thinks it's a problem. Agassi is in the kitchen, probably having coffee and just listening to us. It's usually not a problem. Yeah, it's usually not a problem. And the final one, let's have Satani Gevorkian. What do you think is the answer to number 6? Just give us a, if we can be of, and then we have to fill it in. That's number 5, Satanik, and you're spot on. How about number 6? Bartuhi, you're so quick. Just give us a call, not code. Yeah, not a code, but call. So in case you need us, he wants her to know that in case she needs them, they're in the hotel, and she can give them they're in the reception area, and she can give them a call. If they can be of any assistance. Another word for assistance Satanik. What does assistance mean? Support, help. Very good. Okay. Any questions about these words and expressions? So how do you call a very rich and posh room in a hotel for business people? Suite. Good. So pay attention to the pronunciation again. Business suite. What do you do with registration cards? Fill them in or you fill them out. So we have two options here. And how would you say in English կարող եմ ձեզ օգնել? Using the new word. Or can I be of any assistance? It's much better. Okay? Can I be of any assistance? Here we go. Not quite, Noura. So this is the option that we want to use. Can I be of any assistance? These are the answers. And my next question is about the facilities you expect to find in a business hotel. First, let's clarify what a facility is. Facility. Can you tell me a synonym to it? Yeah, convenience, okay. Albert. Equipment could be, Albert. Accommodation, that's very generic, and basically that's a type of housing, accommodation. Facilities are like, for example, conference halls or gym, health hubs, or things you can find in a business hotel. Not quite. Yeah, comfortable meeting rooms. Good job, Kohar. Yeah, so that's one facility we can find in a business hotel. Swimming pool, Bahram, good to see you online. Of course, that's another. Gym, spa center. So business hotel and spa center. Wow. Silence. I'm afraid that's a very abstract facility, Lilith, but I agree that that's important. Okay, so let's see what we have here. Wi-Fi, why not? Yeah, bowling, good job, Karine. Yeah, tennis, okay. So we have beauty salons. So when we get facility, guys, we mean something that is tangible. Tangible? What is that? Tangible. Not tangible, but tangible. Thank you, Gane. Good job. So something that we can touch, Shoshapeli. So you can say silence, but silence will not work for a facility. Okay? So we have a beauty salon. That's the place where you go, you do your hair, and you get more beautiful than you are in general. What do you do in fitness center? What do we do in fitness center? We suffer, okay, I do, yeah. Okay, we shape our body, yeah, we exercise, we work out, yeah, we do the same things as, we we would do in the gym, right? I am, yeah, probably we could swim in the swimming pool, Noura. And we run on a treadmill, yeah. How about concierge then? What is that? Concierge is, by the way, a French word. It comes from French. What do you think it is? It's basically the same. Very good, Vartuhi, as reception area. So, for example, you have arrived at the hotel, and the first thing you see in the reception area is concierge desk. So that's for the keys, to leave the keys or to take the keys, and also to get someone who can help you with your suitcases and luggage. Childcare, I'm sorry, we missed one. Gift shop. Yeah, that's a place where you can buy souvenirs or presents for your relatives or family members as you get home. Yeah. Childcare center or childcare service. Yeah, imagine you are, how would you say, masnafcer vidazholovi? Good. Imagine you're attending a conference and you didn't leave your child back with any of your family members. So this is where childcare service is useful because they can help you take care of your child. Restaurants, we know, that's straightforward. Tennis court. Court. What is a court? Yes. Yeah, space for playing tennis. For playing tennis. Yeah, a place where you can play tennis. Now, court, thank you, Gohar, for mentioning that, has three meanings. Three meanings. One of them is a tennis court, and that's the place where you play tennis. For example, Anna Gurnikova plays tennis in a tennis court. The second meaning is dataran. When someone does something bad, they have to go to the court. And the third meaning is, for example, if I'm a queen, I am in the court. I have my court, arkunik. Okay, so queens or kings. Yes, so people in the palace, Sirkuhi, make the court. And to court is a verb, and it means when, for example, Sirkuhi, someone likes you, he brings you flowers, or he brings you chocolate, or he takes you to restaurants in his car, so he courts you. Can you tell me the Armenian word? Not quite. You're very, very close. Thank you, Gane. Good job. Sirahete, Bartoli. Good job, right? So if a man likes a woman, they usually court her. Okay? And coffee shop, I think, is straightforward. And what do we expect to find in a business center? What can we find in a business center? Why would anyone go to a business center? That's in the hotel, Nelly. It's not outside. But you can change money there, so an exchange outlet, conference hall, Naira, good job. Yeah, computers or laptops, Wi-Fi connection, business facilities. Yeah, for instance, printing facilities, photocopying facilities, and so on. Yeah, IT space. Good. Do you have any questions about these words or expressions? Okay. Then I'll give you 1 minute to match these words in numbers with the correct letters to get new words. For example, the first one is business district. Business district is an area in the city where we can find business centers. Access is Hasaneliutu. 1 minute for this. Okay, I'll be screening the answers for you. These are the answers. Tell me if you have any questions. Okay. Indoor pool means a pool which is inside the building, Varkavi. So we have an, how would you say, how would you call a pool which is in the park or in the garden? What kind of pool is that? A pool which is on the roof, outdoor. Thank you, Riximat. Good job. So we can have an outdoor pool, which is probably on the roof of the hotel or outside in the park or in the garden. And we have an indoor pool, park Doravazan. Okay. Angin was asking about city. Tours is also possible, but here we have city views. Yeah, for example, a good view of the city. When you have a look out of the window, you see a view of the city. And sightseeing tours, that's basically when you have arrived in a country which is unfamiliar to you, you do the sights. For instance, people who come to Armenia, they go to Garni, Gerard, they take sightseeing tours. Yes, virtually. Yeah. So they pay visits to different sites. Any other questions? Okay. Which is your favorite expression out of these 6? Which one do you like more? Sightseeing tours. Okay. Yeah, they sound exciting, don't they? Internet access. Yeah, of course we need internet access for our lessons. Yeah. Okay. Now I'm going to screen a text for you, and that's about Hilton Hotel. Hilton Hotel is a very famous hotel. And I want you to read the text and to decide on 2 reasons why you want to stay at that hotel. Okay, so you should have 2 good reasons for your wish to stay at Hilton Hotel. Do you understand me? Good. This is the information about Hilton Hotel. Let me see if I can make it larger. Is it better? Good. I'll give you 2 minutes for this. Okay, can we start discussing? Let's see. can come online to tell us what they think about the hotel. We have Gohar Movsisyan, who we haven't talked to for a long period of time. Gohar, would you like to come online and tell us why you would like to stay in this hotel? Good evening.
Good evening, everyone.
How are you today?
I'm good, thank you. How about you?
We're doing fine too, thank you. So Gohar, did you like the information about the hotel?
Yes.
Why would you like to stay in this hotel?
I would like to stay in this hotel because it has very facilities. I think it can be really interesting to stay in this hotel. And for me, there are two most important things. First of all, I mentioned choice of choosing bars and restaurants. And the second one, indoor pool, playing tennis, and jacuzzi and sauna facilities. Also, I would like to use Tokyo's attractions.
Okay. And Gohar, if you're a businesswoman and if you're staying in this hotel and if you're making use of all these facilities you mentioned, when are you going to do business then?
I think each person can stay in this hotel because, in my opinion, it takes different facilities for different types of groups. If you prefer more active holiday, you can stay here and do different things. And also, if you prefer passive holiday, you also can stay in this hotel and use only that facilities which you prefer.
Okay. Gohar, how would you read this word which I have written in the chat box?
Sauna.
Sona, yeah. There is an Armenian name for a lady, Sona, so you can remember in that way, Sona. Okay? Sona. Are you fond of going to the sauna?
I never use it, but I think it will be okay if one time I be in sauna.
Sauna, if you go to sauna, right. Thank you. One more question. What does shuttle mean? Can you tell us? Shuttle. It says there is a free shuttle service. What do you think it is? Shuttle.
I don't know this word.
Who can help Gohar to identify what shuttle is? Anyone? You can write in the chat box. Yeah, transfer. Yeah, that's a bus actually. Not a train, no, Rajan. I know there is a brand new train from Gyumri to Yerevan, but this is not a train. This is a bus. Yeah, shuttle is a bus. And that can take you from your hotel to the station or to the airport or vice versa. Thank you very much, Goharjan, for sharing your feedback with us.
Thank you too, Lilithjan.
Have a nice evening. Okay, so one more person can come online and can share their reasons with us. I wonder, let's have the second Gohar Mirzoyan. What do you think? Would you like to come online? She's got her microphone and her name is Gohar. And Gohars are pop today. There is another Gohar sitting in the next room. Gohar Mirzoyan. Okay, most probably Gohar Mirzoyan is doing something else. She might have forgotten us. Let's see who else we have today with us. Ah, okay. No problem. Probably next time, Gohar. Gayane Boskanyan, would you like to come online and share your reasons with us? Okay. No problem. And then who do we have? Martitej? Martitej Bagyan? Okay. Would you like to come online today? Good. Let us find you and unmute you. Martitej? Good evening.
Hi.
Hello. Good to hear your voice.
I hear you, but the connection is not as good as every day. Sorry about that. And I speak as well.
Martitej, could you please speak a bit loudly? And could you tell us why you would like to stay in Hilton, Tokyo? What are you
Yes, I like this hotel because it's like 5-star hotel. There are posh facilities in here. For example, I like jacuzzi, tennis courts, indoor pool, and I also like guests with children. There is about 20 kilometers from the Tokyo Disney Resort, and children have here a very good time for all their life, and they will remember everything about this. I also liked sightseeing tours around the city. I would like to see the whole city because it's a very big megapolis, yes?
Yeah.
It's a very big city.
It's a cosmopolitan city.
Yeah, I would like to be here and attend every, I don't know,
okay,
sightseeing.
Thank you. So one of the reasons is that it's located in a cosmopolitan city. Let's learn a new word, cosmopolitan city, which basically means, yeah, a city where you can find people of different nationalities, a city that hosts a lot of tourists. The other reason you mentioned is related to posh facilities. A very nice word. Can you tell us what posh means?
What? Posh çok. Luxurious.
Yeah, very, very rich, luxurious, right, yeah. Good job, Martitej. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
I hope the connection will be much better next time and we'll be able to chat. Okay, so just to go through the words, can you tell me the word for a bus, which is in the text? Yeah, I agree with you, Hermine. Shuttle, good. Another word that means to book, when you book something or when you ask for something to be brought, that's what is that? Just a very easy word. Reserve or order, good. And one more word, lounge. We have the word lounge here. What is that? Lounge. So for instance, no, not to launch, which is a verb. We have a noun, lounge. Yeah, that's a room for relaxation, Gohar. For example, Naira, who is a teacher and teaches chemistry in Aintab, most probably has a teacher's lounge in her school. Yeah, so that's a place where teachers go and chat and discuss things. Naira, do you have a teacher's lounge? Yeah, you can have meals as well, right? Is that what you mean, Hermine? And you can also find a lounge at the airport when, for instance, you have to wait for your next flight. You can wait in the lounge, or you can stay in the lounge. Do you have any questions about, thank you, Naira. Yes. Do you have any questions about any of the words or any of the expressions in the text? Okay. Now I'd like you to tell me the answers to these questions. How far is the hotel from the Shinjuku shopping area? Who can remember that? 20 what? Okay, let me go back to the previous slide and you will find the answer there, okay? Here we go. So how far is it from the Shinjuku shopping center? It's a 10-minute walk. Good job, Bahram. It's a 10 and go hard. 10-minute walk. The second question is, how long is the business center open? So there is a business center there. So how long is it open? Let's go back to the text. Oh, okay, you don't even need that. 24 hours. 35 hours, Kanari? That sounds mysterious. I wonder what you have in mind. So 24 hours, okay? And the final question is, how long does it take to travel from Narita Airport to the hotel? I know. Let's find the answer. It takes, yeah, they say about 2 hours, approximately 2 hours. Good job. Okay. Now let's try to fill in these sentences about Hilton Hotel with can and can't. Remember last time we talked about can and can't during the webinar. So, Susie Panchoyan, what do you think number 1 is, can or can't? You can check your email in Hilton Hotel. Yeah, you can do that. Thank you, Susie. Solvinar Manukian, how about number 2? Did it say in the text that we can eat Armenian food in the restaurant? Most probably we can't, yeah, because that's a hotel located in Japan. So you can't eat Armenian food in the restaurant. We're talking about Hilton Hotel, unfortunately. Yeah, I agree. Bahram Hazarian, how about number 3? Yeah, you can play tennis at the hotel. Good job. And how do you call the place where you can play tennis, Bahram? Tennis court. Yeah, court. Nice. Nelly Marcosian, how about number 4? You can't take a free shuttle from the airport to the hotel because the free shuttle was from the hotel to the what? Remember that? What was the destination? What is the destination of the shuttle? Disney? I loved it. The destination was Shinjuku Station. Thank you, Nelly. Good job. Emine Gasparian, what do you think about number 5? You can book sightseeing tours. Of course you can. Yeah. Okay, so when we were going through the text, there were a lot of structures with there is and there are. When do we use this structure? In what kinds of situation do we use this structure? Any ideas? Yeah. But when? Okay. Yeah, we use there is for singular. Yeah, so when we use this when we introduce something new, when we describe something. For instance, you want to describe your new house to Noura, so you say there is a sofa in the middle of the room, and there are 2 restrooms in my house, and so on. Yeah, when you want to say what you have, and when you have the subject, but it's more descriptive. So as you have mentioned, Vartuni, we have there is for singular and there are for plural. For example, there is 1 table in the classroom, but there are 3 chairs in the classroom. So here we have there are, because we have chairs, 3 chairs in the classroom. What is there on your table, Tamara? Can you write it in the chat box? What is there on your table, or what is there on your desk? Yes, Nona, good point. There are candies on your desk. Oh, you have a very happy desk, Sirpuhi. Good job. Okay. What is there? There are books on your desk. Your desk is also happy, Tamara. When we have several things, Noura, we use there are. For example, there are pencils on my desk. Or there are some pencils, as Vartiter has written, and there is a book on my desk. There is your jewelry on your desk, Kunali. There are flowers, nice. Okay. Lots of useful things. There is 1 pencil and there are 2 pens on my desk. Okay. Now, when we have uncountable nouns, what is uncountable? Uncountable. Can you remind me? Yes. So usually what kinds of noun are considered to be uncountable? These are nouns that have to do with food, for example, milk. Yeah, we can't count milk. Nouns that have to do with abstract things. So things that are not tangible. Shosha Pelican. For example, happiness. Where is happiness? We can't see that, we can't touch that. Okay? And things that have to do with substance. What is substance? No, stars are actually countable. I don't know why, but that's the rule. Yes, for example, gold, silver, water, yeah, so on. Now there is milk in the fridge, because we don't say there are, because milk is uncountable. There is some sugar on the table. If you can't count the food, you can at least describe the amount. So you can say there is some sugar on the table, or there is little sugar on the table. And there is ice cream on your shirt. Again, we don't use we don't use an. We just use there is, and we use the uncountable noun. Yeah, and we can use much or little, correct. We can also have contractions. Contraction means for example, we have there is, but if we join these 2 together, we will have there is, like this one, okay? So instead of being very, very long, we can say there is a good song on the radio. Instead of saying there is a good song on the radio. We try to be as economical in language as possible. Or there is only 1 chocolate left in the box. But it's interesting to mention that we can't contract there are. So we can say there is, and we can make it 1 word, there is. But with there are, it's impossible. You can't do that, okay? So you have, there are 9 cats on the roof. There are only 5 weeks until my vacation. In spoken English, you might come across there are, which is contracted, but that's not correct. That's not accurate. Do you have any questions about this? So again, pay attention to the cases when we use there is, there are. For instance, instead of saying, I have 5 weeks until my vacation, use there are, because it is more impersonal, it's more neutral. Yeah, it's more neutral, habla neutral. So it doesn't depend on you. Your vacation starts probably when your boss tells you or when your company tells you to go on vacation. So that's why you're trying to use the neutral tone. There are 5 weeks left until my vacation. And the negative form is formed by putting not after is or are. For instance, there is not or there isn't a horse in the field. There aren't children in the school. Can you tell me one thing which you can't find in your area using there isn't or there aren't? For example, in Eindhoven, in Ashgarak, in Gyumri, in Sevan, in Gavar. So one thing you can't find in your area using there isn't or there aren't. Very nice example. I love it, Sirpuri. There isn't an elephant or just elephant? What do you think? There isn't an elephant in my village. I love the example. There isn't underground in Gyumri, unfortunately. Lily, try to give us the full sentence. Yeah? Gohar, you can say there is no sea. There is no sea in Armenia. There is no sea in Armenia. Or there isn't sea. Okay. There aren't enough chairs. Where? In your area? Okay. There is no subway in Agarak. Okay. There isn't any training center, IT training center in Hajaran. Good job. Right. There isn't drinking water in Armavik. Oh, that's sad to learn. There are no skyscrapers in Vanadzor, or there aren't any skyscrapers in Vanadzor. So pay attention to this. When you have negation, you usually use any. There aren't any people at the party. There aren't any skyscrapers in Vanadzor. There isn't any big supermarket in Yaragnadzor. So you try to stress in that way. For example, you have asked for coffee with sugar, and the waiter has brought you coffee, and it turns out there is no coffee in your, there is no sugar in your coffee at all, whereas you asked for some. So to emphasize this, you can say, there isn't any sugar in my coffee. Yes, it is. Supermarket is singular, Gohar. There's no big supermarket, is quite okay. Yeah, you can also put a towel at the end. Thank you, Bahram. There isn't any sugar in my coffee at all. Yeah, trying to make it much stronger. Do you have any questions about this? Okay. I don't know what the situation or what the weather is like in your area, but there is lightning in Yerevan. Do you know the word lightning? Yes. Lightning and thunder. Do you know the word thunder? Thunder. Umbro. It is scary indeed. No, there is no storm yet. Yeah. Don't make things worse. Imagine Dragons. I love them. Okay. There isn't sun in Gyumri. Yeah, why should it be? It's evening. Someone had a question related to Annie. I just want to find that question. Can you repeat your question? Shuttle, okay. Goharjan, shuttle means a bus. That's the same word as bus. Okay, no problem. Any other questions related to there is, there are? Yeah, we use any not only with plurals, but we also use any with singular. For example, there isn't any book that she hasn't read. Okay? Doesn't matter, singular or plural. In both cases, you can use that. I don't have any water in my glass. Okay? Any other questions? Prove means apa to tell. There isn't any question. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. So, Angin, for example, when you say there are 10 days left until my vacation. That's an example of a neutral sentence. Instead of saying, I have 10 days left until my vacation, you decide to use there are, because you try to make it as neutral as possible. Yeah. Or for example, you want to say, there are no people I can talk to. Instead of saying, I have no people to talk to. When you say, I have no people to talk to, that's very emotional. There are no people I can talk to, that's more neutral. I have nothing to say, it's emotional, more emotional. There is nothing left to say, it's more neutral. Do you need any more examples? There is no one to speak to, yeah. It depends on the situation. If you are talking about, you know, a number of trees, Vahyam, there aren't any trees in my area, but there isn't any tree left in my area. So it depends on what kind of situation you're using that. There isn't any tree left means that there were trees, but something happened to them. But there aren't any trees in my area. There are just no trees in my area. Are there any more questions? I would go for there is no sea in my country. Yeah, there isn't a sea because sea is something substantial. Are there any differences? Go ahead. Not some, but any. Because it's a question. We have an exercise here, and I want you to fill in the gaps with there is and there are. Please don't write your answers in the chat box. I'll give you 1 minute to write in your copybook. Yeah, it does. And then you will share your answers. It doesn't depend on your mood. It depends on the tone, yeah, on your attitude to it. It depends on what you want to say. What is stop over? Can you help Noura? For example, I'm going to Agara, but I make several stopovers. Very good, Sirpuli, Kangar, yeah. Right, so let's see how you've been doing. Nona, can you tell us the answer to number 2 because number 1 has already been done? There is a problem with my ticket, but it's a question, Nona Jan. Is there a problem with my ticket? Yeah. So is there a problem with my ticket? Good, no problem. So you should have seen the interrogative mark. How about number 3, Kanadi? Kanadi, where is she? There aren't any aisle seats available. There aren't any aisle seats available. Can you tell Angin what aisle is? Can anyone tell Angin what aisle is? So Angin? In English, not in Armenian. What is an aisle seat? Yeah, it's a seat near the corridor on the plane, near the passage on the plane. Not next to the window, but near the passage. Okay. Narine Manatsakanyan, can you tell us the answer for number 4? No, that's the aisle seat, the rear seat. No. Number 4. There is a stopover in Frankfurt. Good job. Thank you. Naira Evoyan, number 5. Yeah, because it's a question, Naira. So what do you have? Are there or aren't there? What do you think? Yes, Hermine. Are there any flights to, because we don't have negative here, yeah? Are there any flights? You want to know whether there are any flights to Zurich or not. Agassi Manukian, number 6. Yes, yeah, the answer is yes. So number 6, what do you think? Can you tell us the answer for number 6? I am afraid Angin has stepped in. There is or there isn't? There isn't a flight to Warsaw this afternoon, yeah? Because he says or she says there, I am afraid. So that means that there isn't. Good. Language do they speak in Warsaw, Agassi? Do they speak Armenian in Warsaw? Polish, good job. Not German, Polish, right. And Narine Galoyan, number 7. There are 2 cafes in the terminal. And the final one, thank you, Narine. The final one, Susanna Stepanyan, number 8. Everyone is here. Susanna is not. Are there any buses from the airport to the city center? Yeah, there are 2 cafes. Cafe is a place like a coffee shop where you go to have coffee. And terminal, it's the place at the airport from which you leave. Okay, it's an area at the airport. In Armenian, we translate it, I think in Armenian we also say terminal. So there is no exact Armenian word for that. Right, so do you have any questions related to this? There are no questions, Tamara. Just try to swap the places of the words, or there aren't any questions. Good. The answers, which we have discussed. And your homework. So for your webinar, which is on Saturday, I want you to think of your favorite hotel. So this can be a hotel where you have stayed in the past. This can be a hotel which you think is your dream hotel. You haven't been there, but you know it's your favorite hotel because it has all the imaginary facilities you would like to have. This can not necessarily be a hotel. This can be a guest house. This can be a resort. And I want you to talk about it using there is, there are, for about 1 to 2 minutes. That's a part of your homework. That's for Saturday or the webinar, okay? One more reminder that this is the first live session of this week, and you're going to have another live session on Thursday, the day after tomorrow, on the 24th of May, okay? At 7 o'clock. Please don't forget. Do you have any questions related to today's session? Thank you too. Do you have any questions related to today's lesson, Diana? Yes, certainly. The next lesson will be on the 24th of May at 7 o'clock. Վաղը չմիսօրը 5 շաբթի օրը, մայիսի 24-ին, երկրորդ live դասն է։ Իսկ վեբինարը լինելու է իր ժամին, շաբաթ օրը, ժամը 6-ին իմ խմբի համար։ Մնացած խմբերի համար իրենց ժամերին։ We haven't made any changes, Gayane. It's just one live session in April, remember? And now we are making up for it. Քանի որ մեկ live session բաց էինք թողել, այս շաբաթ 2 live session-ը։ Thank you, Bartoli. Thank you very much. It's been my pleasure to be with you today. Despite the terrible weather outside, I tremendously enjoyed my time here. Have a great evening with coffee, good films, and good books. Goodbye.